In this latest video, we discuss the recent major contract wins for Lockheed Martin in relation to the Trident II and precision missiles. Lockheed Martin, a leading powerhouse defense contractor, has secured significant contracts for these critical defense systems, further solidifying their position in the defense industry. The Trident II missile is a key component of the U.S. Navy's strategic nuclear deterrent, with unmatched accuracy and reliability. The precision missiles developed by Lockheed Martin are essential for precision strikes and targeting in modern warfare scenarios. These contract wins will not only benefit Lockheed Martin, but also strengthen the defense capabilities of the U.S. and its allies. Stay tuned to learn more about these developments and their significance in the defense sector. What makes these missiles differ from the conventional ones? What impact would these weapons have on modern warfare? Join us as we take a journey into the details of the new contracts that Lockheed Martin just secured with the United States. The Trident II, also known as D5 missile contract, awarded by the Strategic Systems Programs in Washington, D.C. This contract is valued at $109.2 million and is expected to be completed by February 28, 2029. Lockheed Martin Company's LMT business segment, Space Systems, was recently given a contract involving its Trident II missile. Under the terms of the contract, Lockheed Martin is tasked with supporting the integration of the Trident II missile and re-entry subsystems into the common missile compartment for the US and UK Columbia and Dreadnought submarine construction programs. A significant portion of the work related to this contract will be performed in Florida at Cape Canaveral. The Trident is a type of missile launched from submarines, made by Lockheed Martin, and is used by both the United States and the British Royal Navy. It was first put into use in March 1990 and is still being used today. This missile, known as the Trident II Strategic Weapons System, is an improved version with better accuracy, more payload, and a longer range compared to the older Trident C4. Lockheed Martin's Trident II D5 fleet ballistic missile continues the legacy of the successful Polaris, Poseidon, and Trident I C4 programs. It's a very important part of the U.S.'s nuclear defense strategy and makes the country more secure. The Trident II can hit many targets and is flexible in terms of what it can carry, meeting different treaty requirements, like New START. Because it can carry more, fewer submarines are needed for nuclear deterrence. It's also very accurate, almost as good as land-based missiles, which means it can be used as a first-strike weapon if needed. The Space Systems Division of Lockheed serves as the prime contractor for the missile's development, production, and support equipment, also providing technical and logistics support at deployment sites. Now let's dig into the defense company Lockheed Martin. The Lockheed Martin Corporation is a renowned American company that works in aerospace, defense, security, and technology all around the world. It was made when Lockheed Corporation and Martin Marietta merged in March 1995. In January 2022, this company had about 115,000 workers worldwide, including 60,000 engineers and scientists. It is one of the biggest companies in the aerospace, military support, security, and technologies field. In 2014, it was the world's biggest defense contractor by money earned. Most of Lockheed Martin's money comes from selling assets to the military, about 78% in 2013. This company is a top contractor for the U.S. government, getting almost 10% of the money that the Pentagon spends. In 2009, most of its money came from contracts with the U.S. government, with some from other governments and a little from commercial contracts. It is pretty obvious that a lot of Lockheed Martin's sales are to the U.S. Department of Defense, but it also works with the U.S. Department of Energy and NASA. Lockheed Martin has four main parts to its business: aeronautics, missiles and fire control, rotary and mission systems, and space. The company has won the Collier Trophy 6 times, including for working on projects like the F-35B lift fan propulsion system and the automatic ground collision avoidance system. Right now, it's working on projects like the F-35 Lightning II, the USAF Space Fence, and the Orion Command Module. It also invests in things like healthcare systems, renewable energy systems, smart energy distribution, and small nuclear fusion. The company has led several successful projects, including the development of advanced fighter jets, weapons, and even missiles for the United States. The F-35, its most renowned creation, has taken the reins of the sky, challenging other aircrafts with its unrivaled capabilities. Be sure to check out our in-depth video of the F-35. In 2020, Lockheed Martin made a profit of $6.8 billion and had a total income of approximately $65.6 billion, which was 9.3% more than the previous year. By the end of 2019, they had a backlog of $114 billion, which increased from $130.5 billion in 2018. They had firm orders worth $94.5 billion by the end of 2019. The majority of their sales were in the United States, followed by Europe, Asia Pacific, and the Middle East. Their shares were trading at over $389 million each, and their total market value was $109 billion by the end of 2019. Here's one interesting fact. In the Fortune 500 list of 2019, Lockheed Martin ranked 60th among the largest corporations in the United States by revenue. Lockheed Martin secured $36 billion in government contracts in just 2008, which is more than any other company ever. They do work for over 24 government agencies, including the Department of Defense, the Department of Energy, the Department of Agriculture, and the Environmental Protection Agency. They are involved in surveillance and handling information for many organizations like the CIA, FBI, IRS, NSA, Pentagon, Census Bureau, and Postal Service. In October 2013, Lockheed said it was close to finalizing a $2.2 billion contract with the United States Air Force for 2 advanced military communication satellites. Also, the company has started helping the military switch to renewable energy sources like solar power microgrids. This move is part of the military's goal to have 25% of its energy from renewable sources by 2025 to make the country safer. So what factors contribute to this defense company's advantage? Lockheed's Trident II D5 fleet ballistic missile is the latest generation of the U.S. Navy's submarine-launched fleet ballistic missiles, following the highly successful Polaris, Poseidon, and Trident I C4 programs. The fact that this program is the only submarine-launched intercontinental ballistic missile currently in production in the United States surely highlights its significance in the country's naval defense. Notably, Lockheed's Space Systems unit is the prime contractor for the development, production, and support equipment of this missile. The company also supplies technical and logistical support at sites where the missile is deployed. Due to its remarkable features, which are well suited for any military mission, Lockheed continues to witness a steady inflow of orders involving the Trident missile. The latest contract win is a testament to that. This will greatly bolster LMT's Space Systems unit's revenues that registered a solid 3.5% year-over-year growth in the fourth quarter of 2023. Recently, nations have been increasing their spending on military equipment and weaponry to modernize and upgrade their defense systems amid rising geopolitical tensions. In this context, the demand for missiles is likely to gain momentum, as these play a very important role in military missions. Per the latest report from the Mordor intelligence firm, the global missile and missile defense systems market is expected to witness a CAGR of 4.8% over the 2024 to 2029 period. Such projections exemplify immense opportunities for Lockheed to capitalize on the expanding market. Notably, the company's Space Systems unit, apart from developing satellites and space transportation systems, also builds strike missiles as well as missile defense systems. Its major programs include Next Generation Interceptor, a program with the Missile Defense Agency that utilizes next-generation propulsion and sensors to provide homeland missile defense, apart from Trident II missiles. It also builds the next-generation Overhead Persistent Infrared System, which provides the U.S. Space Force with enhanced worldwide missile warning capabilities. What opportunities exist for associates in the industry? Let's find out, shall we? LMT apart, other prominent defense majors that are likely to enjoy the perks of the expanding missile defense market are Northrop Grumman NOC, General Dynamics GD and RTX Corp., RTX, which are involved in missile manufacturing or providing support services for the same. Northrop Grumman's Missile Products Business Unit is a leading U.S. provider of solid rocket propulsion for national security and defense. providing stages for weapon systems such as air-launched missiles, interceptors, submarine-launched systems, and hypersonic missile systems. NOC has a long-term earnings growth rate of 101%. The Zacks consensus estimate for its 2024 sales implies growth of $4.5 billion from the prior year reported figure. General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems Designs develops and produces a comprehensive array of sophisticated weapon systems for ground forces. It also produces next-generation weapon systems for shipboard and aircraft applications. OTS maintains a leading position in providing missile subsystems in support of U.S. tactical and strategic missiles. General Dynamics boasts a long-term earnings growth rate of 10.8%. The Zacks consensus estimate for GD's 2024 sales indicates growth of 8.9% from the prior year reported figure. RTX's Missiles and Defense is a leading designer, developer, integrator, producer, and sustainer of integrated air and missile defense systems. Its technology delivers unprecedented combat power to the world's most sophisticated 4th and 5th generation aircraft and across every mission phase. It boasts a long-term earnings growth rate of 10.2%. The Zacks consensus estimate for its 2024 sales indicates growth of 5.7% from the prior year reported figure. Also, in the past 3 months, shares of Lockheed have lost 3.4% compared with the industry's decline of 0.9%. Next up on the agenda is the other contract that Lockheed has secured recently. In addition to Lockheed's recently bagged contract, the company got another contract worth $219 million to produce more precision strike missiles for the United States Army. This is the 4th contract it has gotten to make these long-range missiles that are used to attack targets on the ground. The aim of this contract is to make more of these missiles, enough to meet the demands of the Army. The PRSM is part of the Army's plan to upgrade its weapons. The first PRSMs were given to the Army in December 2023, after a successful test in November. According to the company, these missiles can be easily upgraded in the future and will also work well with other systems, removing any form of limitation. The U.S. Army awarded this contract worth millions to Lockheed to make more precision strike missiles with early operational capability. This contract is the 4th one for making these long-range surface-to-surface missiles. It means there will be a big increase in how many missiles can be made to meet what the Army needs. Lockheed Martin delivered the first batch of missiles in December 2023, after a successful test in November. This delivery was an important step in updating the Army's weapons and giving them better and more precise capability to hit targets accurately from far away. The company will also keep making the PRSM missiles to meet the current contracts. There are plans for more testing this year, including one led by the Army. The PRSM is a new type of missile for the Army that can hit targets over 400 kilometers away. It's designed to be flexible, easy to upgrade, and can work with other missile systems like HIMARS and MLRS. One of the reasons Lockheed Martin keeps getting these important contracts is that it uses digital tools like augmented reality, advanced modeling and simulation, data analysis, and software to make the missile development better, faster, and more efficient. What are some of the recent contracts the company has been involved in? Lockheed Martin Corp. In Fort Worth, Texas, got a modification to a contract they already had. The modification was worth a huge, mind-blowing amount of $8.4 million, and it was majorly for the company to equip the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program with more advanced technologies for the Air Force, Marine Corps, Navy, foreign customers, and others. This work involves getting new sites ready, making sure everything works well at the start, and providing support like managing the fleet, equipment for pilots, and training materials. The work will mostly be done in El Segundo, California, and Orlando, Florida, with a bit in Fort Worth, Texas, and Lancashire, United Kingdom. It's expected to be finished by December 2029. However, Lockheed has not been paid, but it will be as soon as the work is completed. The Naval Air Systems Command in Patuxent River, Maryland, has also been placed in charge of overseeing this contract. Also, Lockheed Martin Corp. In Manassas, Virginia, has been given a contract worth approximately a whopping $8.5 million. This contract is set to last for 5 years. The purpose of this contract is to keep working on the software for the Common Submarine Radio Room System, and the integrated radio communication system. This includes managing the software database, controlling the CSRR and IRCS software, making specific software configurations for different platforms, preparing software documents, and making improvements to the software. Most of the work will be done in San Diego, California, with some in Newport, Rhode Island. The contract is expected to be finished by September 2028. At the start of the contract, $206,000 from the Navy's research, development, testing, and evaluation funds will be used. The money from this contract won't expire at the end of the current fiscal year. The Naval Information Warfare Systems Command in San Diego, California, is managing this contract. In Grand Prairie, Texas, Lockheed got an agreement worth approximately $307 million to upgrade and replace Stinger missiles. The work will mostly happen in Grand Prairie, Texas, and it's expected to be done by June 12, 2028. At the start of the agreement, approximately $26 million from Army's research, development, testing, and evaluation funds were used. The Army Contracting Command in Redstone Arsenal, Alabama, is managing this agreement. Finally, the Lockheed Martin Corporation in Littleton, Colorado, got a modification to a contract they already had with the United States Air Force. This modification is worth $2.6 million, and it is for supporting and integrating products related to the space-based infrared system. With this modification, the total value of the contract is now $1.1 billion. The work will mostly be done at various locations in Colorado and is expected to be finished next year on September 11th. At the start of this modification, the Air Force's operation and maintenance spent $2.6 million. Thanks for watching, guys. Which of Lockheed Martin's creations is your favorite? Is the company worth every bit of the hype it gets? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.